What's up, everybody? Um, Thanks to the YouTube guys, I got out of jail. you ever? It's like, it's like, imagine if you didn't know the law and you got busted for something. You like, I didn't even know it was wrong to do that. Like, let me out of jail. Let me out of jail. I didn't know it was wrong. That's how I felt because since the VMAs, I have been in YouTube prison, clanking my cup, my coffee cup, along the bars in between, my own personal matters of trying to rebuild my life, trying to also then represent myself in a case where I didn't know it was against the law to do that. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't think y'all can hear me. Hold up, yo. Because you know how it is, man. Check one, two, check, 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 check. I can't tell if that is showing y'all. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. I'm sorry for if it's gonna get a little loud because I gotta try to see if y'all can even hear me, man. Check. Okay. I feel like I'm getting green. So here's the dealio, right? I'm not perfect. I like a skincare regimen right now, and I have always been speaking about how I'm going through some stuff, and it's not. It's just I lack money. You know what I'm saying? So shit ain't sunny all the time. You know what I'm saying? I can't be like a lot of these Maybelline queens. I ain't never been a Maybelline queen, but I have decided that on Halloween, if I'm able, I'm gonna dress up like a girl. I have never in my life done makeup. Never, ever really done makeup, and I'm gonna try it on Halloween. And part of it is so I'm letting AI develop me into the me that I need for that AI suggested I become to be the me that I would have always wanted to be. Okay, I'm letting AI give me a makeover. That is what I'm doing, and I'm going to present that girl on this camera one day. But for right now, we on the struggle bus. Plus, I've been telling y'all about the water out here. They just redid something to the water, and your girl be scared when they change the water because did you do it for good or bad? Because I'm down the street from that one place where the train derailed that white noise was made off of, and they water was messed up. So I don't know if they made their bad water from the White Noise movie location come down here or what. But as I sit here, I'm scratching the shit out of my own skin. And I have been, and I can't tell if it's the soap or the water because they recently changed the shit down here. I'm gonna get to the point, but I be going in a roundabout way. What in the front is going on? Like I said, I am accepting prayer rug donations because I'm older than D4VD, and I cannot fathom. I think it's something so different about the world that I live in right now that I live in a. I feel like a jump timeline. But how did I get here? And we're in a space and circumstance where um, I recently heard about the Memphis rap sigil, and that devastated me, but it made other stuff make sense. Okay. Now I don't know what kind of diabolical mind they should have never had slavery. They should have never had slavery. They should have never had oppression, and there should never have been something where there should never be something where we have haves and have nots. And the reason why I say that is because watching the YouTube material about the Memphis rap sigils made me feel like these people are worshiping Satan. Okay. Now I love sigils because I like design and art. So I'm drawn to certain things, but I don't use it. Okay? I just like the designs. Okay? Plus, I feel like this is my basis of the belief. Where's the sigils for the angels? Nobody wants to release those. Apparently, they're under the Vatican, kept in some very, very well kept, caverns, according to, you know, um, the movies, Angels and Demons or something, right? But I like knowing stuff, and I want to get real, real intimate with my God. And I don't mean that way. I'm just saying I really want to know God. And I want to be, I think we all want to be powerful. So maybe that's why I've been drawn to them, but I study all types of religions. That's why it says I am accepting prayer rug donations. I mean the positive prayer, like prayer to a higher power that cares that humanity lives in peace and loves one another. Somebody let something out. I don't. Back when I was on TikTok, TikTok had this thing called Save Seven. I don't think we saved seven. Whoever the fuck seven was. I feel like somebody let. I feel like that damn CERN thing has released a demon because I'm glad I was born in the time period that I was and went to school in the time period that I did and had my younger relationships in the time period that I did because I didn't have to deal with social media. There was never, if somebody was gonna come and get you, they had to drive up in your neighborhood. If they was gonna mess with you, they had to come to your door inside your home, in your school. There was nobody that crossed an invisible line that could get to our children. You know what I'm saying? This invisible wall of the internet that allows these weirdos to get in your house while your kids are playing your video games. And yes, I'm talking about all these videos about that 764 gang and all of this bullshit that I've heard just this week. Just this week, okay? So, I never thought that I would live in a time, nor have I ever thought about. It's got they must have let the demons in themselves. How do you make a song about unaliving someone and then unalive someone? Or did you do it and then make the song? Either way, it's really, really messed up. I just didn't want to say fuck. But it's fucked up. There's no other way to say that shit. Okay? That's why the video is titled, What the Frunk is Going On? Now, I posted yesterday in somebody's group chat. I'm not going to say the person because I don't think they respect me very much. I think I get on their nerves because when I get in people's group chat, I be having, okay, a sandwich of things to say. And somebody was doing a video on D4V yesterday. And I said, hold up. The Tesla, and nobody, I feel like our FBI, honestly, is not making moves. Listen to me. They look like they suppressed my channel. Because I know ain't nobody else doing the one. Anyway. It's okay if they did. It's really okay. Like, I was having, like, anxiety when a lot of people will watch. Or when I saw the numbers even change, right? But, this is my music, by the way. Shout out to me. But I never thought I would be living in a time period where somebody would really unalive somebody and make a song about it. And then I watched the video about the Memphis rap sizzles, and I was like, fuck, like what is happening? You know what I'm saying? Like what's really going on out here? What I said right there. That's what I'm saying. What in the fuck? This is my song. It's called What in the Fuck. Okay? And I think most of the time, I think it should just be my channel theme song. Because what in the fuck? What in the fuck is really happening that, see, I don't know where to start. When I first heard this story, first, let's go back to the Tesla. Because I was pissed off because I like to be, for something in me wants to be right. I don't know if we're all just trying to do that on here or not. Like we want to be the first one and we want to be right. We want to break the story. I'm not no reporter. I like being right about it. I like having that guessed it first. I think there's something I like about having guessed it first and correct. Okay. I think almost maybe I want to solve the crime, right? Except I don't want to work for them because they corrupt too. Okay? I feel like our alphabet organizations that are responsible for doing things like this, I don't think that they are really, either they're not telling us that they're making advancements on solving these things, or they are not even trying until we say something. I think, honestly, like I said in my other video earlier on my other channel, I think our government may be under siege. I feel like we may be getting blackmailed to the point that none of them are allowed to do anything. And I think this has been since Obama's time, because Obama's the first president that I had so much hope that things would change. Remember, it was change and we was voting for change. Even down to the fact I felt like I was gonna get some change and wasn't no fucking change, bro. It was no change. When Obama got in office, it's like they did this and put their hands under their buttocks in Congress and said, we ain't doing shit till he gets out of here. That's how it felt to me as a private citizen who was just a young person trying to have businesses, trying to go to school, trying to leave a legacy for my family. A single mom. Straight up. That's how I felt. And so when he wasn't allowed to do anything, like every president since then, I feel like, well, if you got something done, it was for evil, but the shit that could have been positive and it impacted us as a world for good, none of that has been allowed to happen. You feel what I'm saying? So it's disappointing. Oh yeah, FBI. So I feel like the alphabet agencies are not trying to solve these things. Maybe these things have to do with the very people who have the material that have us under siege and under blackmail as a country and as a Congress. You understand what I'm saying? So all the bad shit that's against human beings, that's allowed to go through just fine. But those things that are, I guess, good for humanity and positive and would create that higher vibration of love, they're kept against us. You know, so many times I'll sit here and I'll watch the tarot card readers, and they're all reading like, oh, you got a big thing coming towards you and all these people are against you, but shit, are they reading for one person or are they reading for the nation? You feel what I'm saying? Like, somebody, I think we're under siege, you guys. Do y'all remember, I'm not sure if you might be aware of this, but at some point, the flag was being flown upside down. I'm looking it up now to see if I can pull this up for you. I just want to pull up the memory of it happening. Okay. That says 12 years ago, but man, this was more recent than that. 12 years ago. It says upside down flag at a West Virginia McDonald's. That was 12 years ago. And then upside down flag 3 months ago on a mountain peak above Tahoe. In the city where I'm from, ever since the Queen passed, our flag, well, a little bit after Trump got in office, but for the longest, from the time the Queen passed to the time Trump got in office, okay, that flag was at half staff. Like we were still in mourning. I can't find it right now, but you can go look it up for yourself. It's been in recent years, maybe at least within the last 5 years, that the fucking flag was upside down outside of Congress. It really was. So it leads me to believe that perhaps we are under siege. Because I've never seen so many dark and demonic things occur. I really haven't. And it makes me question, is that why all this is going on? I mean, that Kirk thing, bro, that Kirk thing is unbelievable. Down to the text messages, on over to the fact that y'all want to blame it, or that things are happening to people of color as if we ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. No brown person. We didn't even know who he was. We didn't. I don't think the trans people did it because they too busy in the ball kikiing and voguing. We don't care. I just want to officially say that I don't think that race people who dig racism and get off on it, you know, I want this to be a country where you're allowed to do that, but I we don't care. But you should have your freedom to do it, but you should not harm another person. And I think that's what Charlie Kirk was about. He wanted to say how he felt. I get it. Go say how you feel. As long as you ain't violating me, but don't make it tough for me either. Now, don't go passing no laws that's gonna be making it tough for me to live, because that's that line that's being crossed. It needs to be equality. Period. I don't need your extra help, but I do need there to be equality. I do need there to be justice. Anyway, I want to kind of wrap it up because I can't find the flag. 24 days. I can't find the flag thing. Okay, but here's what I'm saying. I just I don't think the FBI or the alphabet or the organizations that are supposed to be solving these things are even fucking trying. I think maybe even their tools and resources have been removed from them. And it's not to say anything bad about Mr. Patel, but it is to say that, um, how can I say it? No, I think we're under siege. Nobody is even allowed to do their job. And the reason why I say that is because, I've worked jobs where literally an entire camera that you would see in a convenience store or a bank, those round circular ones, has been put in directly in my face as I was on my job. And then I got this thing where I'm going to notice this type of stuff, right? There's cameras at every most of the places I've lived have cameras at every intersection. Then when you get out and every store you go into, there's cameras all in the parking lot, and cameras when you enter, and cameras all up and down the aisle to even where those little coupon things are supposed to have cameras on them. Those things that light up, that's in the aisle. So you're getting recorded everywhere. But somehow, in the case of Charlie Kirk and in the case of D4BD, the cameras ain't working, or the cameras aren't used, or we're not thinking about the camera footage, and everybody's just sitting here scratching their head, and meanwhile nobody's saying shit about the camera footage. Let me tell you, that Charlie Kirk thing would have never happened. That guy would have never got anywhere in the place where the college is where I'm from, because the campus police is more. I want to say ostentatious, but I'm not sure that's the right word, and I don't have time to look it up. They are more of a force than just as much of a force as the city police, the campus police, where I come from. So he would have got his ass off campus, let alone been ligging around somewhere, lollygagging, talking, texting his boyfriend. Let me tell you something else, honey. I am a person who is claimed to be gang stalked. I do not use my motherfucking phone all like that. These mugs are sitting in front of me right now, but if you think I'm using this phone all willy nilly, I'm not. Why? Because I understand something about triangulation. We lost a lot of rights when they passed the Patriot Act. It allowed for all. Now I'm hearing everybody, oh, I'm being gang stalked. Oh, I'm being gang stalked. And that was me 15 years ago. This whole channel is developed off of my videos, me trying to capture the proof that I was being gang stalked. And now it's like a trending word. And I'm like, you too? Like, how did everybody get in the gang stalking program? And when did it start? And it's all women mostly. And guess what? They all struggling. And most of them are homeless. And most of them are victims of human trafficking or abuse, some type of abuse. It's weird how that's the common thread. All talking about we being gang stalked, targeted individuals. So who are we being targeted by? All the victims are women. I wonder who the gang stalker is. The real one. The real one. The guy that sits behind the guy that sits behind the guy, like the piccolo player in the Robin Harris thing, right? I ain't the man sitting next to the man, sitting next to the man. Said, Reverend, I ain't even the man sitting next to the man, sitting next to the man, sitting next to the man, sitting next to the man. What I want to know is, who called that motherfucker a piccolo player? That shit is the best joke, y'all. That is a good one. That's another wonderful spirit that they got rid of is Bernie fucking Mac. And it's probably because of the very fucking thing I'm talking about. He probably did not want to get along with that program. And they was like, if you don't do it, we taking you out. And he was like, fuck you, take me out. And they took him out. So that's who we dealing with. He wasn't going to be a targeted individual. God bless you, Bernie Mac. So, I was in somebody's chat and I was saying how why don't they pull the cameras from the Tesla for the D4VD case? Because when it was first reported, they said this was a rented Tesla, and I, for one, have rented a Tesla. It wasn't as bestowing a circumstance as D4VD. It was because I had to work, and that was the work car. One thing I noticed about it is, in the rented Tesla, you don't get access to the glove box. Not in the rented Tesla. And if it's reminiscent of another circumstance that I've been through, you don't get access to the glove box because that's where the fucking hard drive is. It's collecting the data from those fucking cameras and all the rest of the shit that's in that fucking car. The Tesla has something called Sentry Mode. Now, what got to me was the fact that, I am of little popularity on YouTube, and I kind of like it that way. But when I type something in the chat on somebody else's channel, and it's such a good point, it's kind of like, give credence to whoever you got that idea from. You know what I'm saying? So when I type something in the chat, and next thing I know, TMZ's all of a sudden reporting on it, like minutes later. I'm like, bitch, is TMZ in the chat of the channel that I'm watching where I made the statement about how the Tesla has something called Sentry Mode? And Sentry Mode records everything in and outside of the Tesla. Now, if you're going to park a Tesla on a street, even if you don't have Sentry Mode turned on as a user, if that's a rented Tesla, most likely that shit is being recorded. Especially if I was he still paying for it, or was it really? Because when they first started reporting it, it seemed like it was an abandoned Tesla, an abandoned rented Tesla. And I remember thinking, bitch, please. The place where I rented my Tesla from would have come and found me. Let it be 2 weeks, baby. Let it be 2 weeks. And that's the other thing. The timeline of his when he was on tour and when she might have passed do not add up. It doesn't. I can't tell the chicken from the egg in this case. And that's why. Oh, but let me finish. So I don't think, but it was then that once I said that in the chat, then he did a video on it, and then I went to another channel, and all of a sudden this lady was talking about how there's cameras in the Tesla, but nobody else up to this point was saying how there's cameras in the Tesla. And now I saw another channel today, the lady like, oh, there's cameras in the Tesla, and I like this lady. Don't get me wrong, but baby, why didn't you ask your husband before? Why didn't you ask your boyfriend before about the Tesla? Because all of a sudden now she came out being a premier authority on whether or not the cameras is YouTube got a lot of conspicuous motherfuckers on it. It's got a lot of people that might be police. Because why anyway, this person is coming out like the premier authority on whether or not the Tesla could have been recorded. If the Tesla is rented and the rental is overdue, not only did they know where the fucker was and they could have got it whenever they was ready, and why did they tow it to the police lot? You could tow it to any impound. Why was it towed to the impound of the police? And what I am also very concerned about is the fact that maybe a month ago, wasn't there another circumstance where a body was in a trunk in and the police had discovered it? This one police, he's praying, he doing rock eyes. He need a prayer rug in the back of his cruiser. He doing rock eyes out there on the motherfucking boulevard over what he sees in this lady's trunk. You know, the one where that lady was supposed to not have known what she was talking about. But I'm like, bitch, if you just understood what he said and you need a cup of water, a glass of water, she coherent. Ain't nothing wrong with that lady, whoever she was. It's not to that degree, it's not. She might have needed a lawyer in court, but honey, no. The rest of that is fucking bogus. Is this the same body from that video that's in this trunk? Because why is there so many bodies in trunks? What's going on? I'm taking prayer rug donations. Okay? I would really like a pink and gold one, honestly. I'm looking for a pink and gold prayer rug. And outside of that, I will also accept any holy books that are pink. I'm looking for a pink prayer connection at this point because we're going to need to go deep on this. Hold on, y'all got to check. So, anyway, I came across this footage, and I'm gonna add it to the screen because I want you to hear it. I have to play it in a different speed because of the. I don't want to get busted again. Like I don't want to be. I want to clank my coffee cup across the YouTube cell bars again. Let me out! I didn't know I committed a wrong. Let me out! I didn't know it was wrong. I didn't. It was. You should have seen the video I did, guys. It was like catty corner. It had no sound. Trust me. If anybody's seen, it was, and it's funny because now I got 0 people, but back then, as soon as I used to get on, it would be like 17 people. So either they shadow banned my shadow ban, or they were all working for YouTube. They used to watch me just to see if I was messing up so they could put me in the YouTube jail. I don't know. Either one is fine for me. Okay. So let's just take a look at this footage because this, I started sitting here reacting and I had to cover my mouth. I said maybe I ought to show how this affects us old folk. You know what I'm saying? Because I cannot believe I live in a day and time where this type shit is going down. I really can't believe it, y'all. It is so disheartening to know that we have done so much work in our communities. Like, I've really tried to be a positive person, and here is what we're dealing with, honey. And it's tragic to me. It is absolutely tragic. All right.
Let it sit to the code. No tickets on it. When someone in the chat responds, body disposal, risky AF, David allegedly replies, tour alibi covers me. Send $1,000 each for silence. She's going
Okay.
quiet.
See, that's what I don't understand. Send $1,000 each for silence. This is Trap Talk on YouTube TV, and this just came out. He did this video. It came out. Well, I saw it. Some some people haven't did seen this video, obviously, and the reason why I'm kind of doing it is because they're taking down good videos. Like when we're discovering real shit, they are taking this shit down. And so I thought I better grab it because and I don't know if it's true or false, y'all. But back when somebody else's case first started, I heard a million things, and I didn't ever know if they were true. I never tried to record them, but I'm just gonna document it, and because also my reaction was like, "What the fuck?" And I think you need to see an old person like me having a "what the fuck" reaction because I don't understand you, baby. It was, what is going on? Have we let a demon out of the abyss? Or is this the Memphis rap sigils? Is this what this young man had to do to get money? Or because his dad is supposed to be a lawyer? I don't understand what we're dealing with as a humanity. You know what I'm saying? As a people, I'm not sure what we're dealing with here. I'm very confused.
David allegedly wrote, Celeste flipped out last night, had to calm her permanent, wrapped her tight in the front, plastic from Amazon, parked it in Hollywood Hills.
Did you see? He said wrapped her tight in the front. The front is literally what you call the front trunk of a Tesla. And then I started on somebody else's channel describing the side, and then baby girl come on today, and she like, yeah, because the front is way smaller than the back. And I'm like, if your husband had a Tesla, you'd have been there said that. I don't know, y'all.
24, just days after Celeste disappeared. In a private group chat, David allegedly wrote, Celeste flipped out last night, had to calm her permanent, wrapped her tight in the front, plastic from...
Had to calm her permanent, wrapped her tight in the front.
From Amazon, park it in Hollywood Hills, let it sit till towed, no tickets on it yet. When someone in the chat responds, body disposal, risky AF, David allegedly replies, tour alibi covers me. Send $1,000 each for silence. She's gone quiet.
Okay. Send $1,000 each for silence. Is this one of his Discord server? He was sending out $1,000 to each of the Discord people, or he wanted them to send him $1,000?
The best Wi-Fi on Earth isn't just for VIPs anymore, so everyone's good to go.
Ew. Even people with less than a million followers?
Sorry, y'all.
Not fair.
Good luck.
I don't understand the circumstance of who was sending who $1,000. Because that's the other part. I was just watching Sean Davy Way, and he was saying how, what was he saying? He was saying that the girl, this child, was ransoming or blackmailing D4VD. $1,000 each for silence. Maybe he was gonna send them $1,000 each if they kept quiet about it. Then that would mean that the people you were texting was a real small circle, and you just felt like giving away thousands of dollars. Because why did you need to get on any kind of electronic device and say anything to anybody about this, unless somebody has put you up to this, young man? And I don't know if that's true, and I don't know what we're dealing with on that, but something is just not right about this.
She's gone quiet forever now, like the song. The phrase wrapped her tight in the front is chilling because that's exactly how Celeste's body was found, dismembered and packed tightly in a black duffel bag in the Tesla's front trunk, wrapped in plastic. The quiet forever line is being interpreted as David bragging about the murder, especially since it echoes lyrics from his hit song, Romantic Homicide. Even more disturbing are the leaked calls.
And that's where it mirrors the Memphis rap sigils. I have the video still up, probably, that's about the Memphis rap sigils. But in the Memphis rap sigils, apparently, these guys, I would never do this to make music. These guys were, first they would go out and commit an unaliving, and then they would record it. And then you remember that back then, see, it was on cassette or whatever, and cassette is magnetic, so it has more life when you hear, just like they say that if you play vinyl, it was healing us because of the vinyl interaction plus the music. Well, the magnetic tape may have been less of a healing, but it's still more of a, it must be more of an impression, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So they were recording it, and then they would chop the sound up and use the sound, put the sound as a sample in a DAW or some kind of sampling machine, and then they would make a song hoping that because they had done so, it would be his song. This man is already popular. Why did he need to do this? Who is blackmailing or bribing who? They're saying it's the girl. But then again, I heard on other channels it's the cartel. Oh, I'm sorry, the cars that tell. Because please, right? I don't. Ooh, Lord, we can't say no alphabets. Anyway, it's supposed to be cars that tell, and I'm like, well, I can't tell if it's the family that's doing this to the young man, the D4VD, or if it's the D4VD that's just done this himself. I'm so confused as an older person. I just like to share my confusion with the world is what I'm doing right now.
Transcripts that allegedly showed David coordinating the disposal plan. A transcript from April 11, 2024 shows a 28-minute call where David allegedly said, "Yo, Celeste wouldn't stop texting threats. Had to end it quick. Chokehold in the car. Now she's packed. Smells already. Drive the Tesla to Hills tomorrow. Leave keys under mat. Tow yard handles the rest. Body rots quiet." The chokehold detail is significant because the cause of death is still pending autopsy, but strangulation is being considered based on the condition of the remains. The plan to abandon the car in Hollywood Hills is exactly what happened. The Tesla was found there after being towed for unpaid tickets. But David wasn't done allegedly bragging about his crime. A transcript from July.
Here's the other thing I don't get. You know, after a while,
big ideas don't come easy.
After a while,
but when you get one,
the appearance of some of these people who are alleged in some of these crimes
to create
just
a new
gets messed
reality.
up. And this man, he doesn't look like, I don't know. I'm so deceived. I'm so deceived.
Crime. A transcript from July 15th, 2024 shows him saying, "Lol, she's silenced eternal. Trunk tune, no traces. Brag to the song, but fans too dumb. Paid y'all to forget, now it's my best plot twist." The trunk tune phrase and brag to the song reference shows someone who's not just a killer, but someone who's proud of what he did. The evidence also shows a pattern of paying hush money to keep people quiet. Screenshots show David sent over $8,000 to various fans and associates through Venmo and Cash App.
So wait a minute.
Notes like, "For the Celeste thing, stay silent, man."
So wait a minute. Sweetheart, lovely. You are an entertainer, and your fans are the kind of people, your fans are the kind of people who would keep quiet about something like this? Are his fans from the dark web? Is he a 764 person? What is happening in this world? Young people, you are worth and you are capable of doing way greater things than this. I don't know who has you going down this perpetual rabbit hole of, I don't even know what to call this. The word is not coming to mind what this is. I don't know who got you off on this, and I kind of do. It's the fact that you want to be a star, period. It's why earlier in my other video I'm telling y'all, go buy the stock CXW. Go buy CXW because CXW, let me show y'all real quick. See, they had this meeting back in the day when hip hop first jumped off. After we had, see, I'm from the conscious hip hop era, the Moni Love and the Brand Nubians, the X Clan. You feel what I'm saying? And so we felt like hip hop was going to take us to the top. And somebody else felt that way too. And what they did was they built a side road to try to divert you all back into the gutter. This is all a plan, according to that meeting, to try to get you all in prison so that they can have a greater prison industrial complex. But here is the ticker for CXW, or here's some information about them. Actually, let me pull mine. Everything I do, they gotta go do it. I ain't worried about that. Hold on, y'all. Just stick with me. Actually, I'm gonna let this play a little bit while I pull up the other stuff.
Ask you never met her. I made it look like she ran away. David's representatives have called these leaks malicious edits designed to smear an innocent artist, but the LAPD hasn't dismissed them either.
But authorities are treating this as a death investigation. A spokesperson for the singer, whose real name, by the way, is David Anthony Burke, said in a statement to NBC News that he, quote, has been informed about what's happened, and although he is still out on tour, he is fully cooperating with the authorities. Now, we're going to talk about potential legal consequences here.
All right, so it's just loading. Give me a second and let it get loaded. Yeah, I slowed that down on purpose. He don't talk like that. Alright, so this is my page on Facebook. This idea is about people investing themselves. I do not take money. I just suggest investment ways. Ways that can bring us out these situations. You know what I'm saying? So, let me take this down and put the other one up here. And then we'll go through it. Alright, so let's take a look at this here. See, if somebody's trying to play you by getting you to sacrifice your lives, all in the name of wealth, popularity, fame, for the sake of entertainment, you have to find a unique way to fight back. And this is just a suggestion, okay? It is merely a suggestion. You don't have to do this. But if you got about $30, okay, here's what you can do. I urge as many people as possible to do this. Go find the ticker symbol CXW by whatever method you want to invest. One method is E-Trade. I'm not sure if they'll always be around to do their stuff, but they've been hanging in there ever since about 2007 when I got, So Um, let's see here. I'm just gonna pull it down a little bit. We got to move him, and we are going to stop that frame. Add another one. E-Trade? Yeah, it's E-Trade. So, you go to E-Trade, right? Let me see stuff here. And if somebody's going to play you and set you up like this, then fight back, damn it. You know what I'm saying? Fight fucking back. And you always own the team that plays you. This is the motto of my group, is own the team that plays you. You understand what I'm saying? So, my suggestion is that you go and find these groups, find this ticker, CXW, and buy it back at $20.90 a share. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. I'll put it up when it comes up. Okay, it only went up 1 cent from yesterday. You know, if you only need to own 51% of a company before you have before you have the predominating ownership. And I don't know why, like, entertainers haven't gotten together to try to do something like this. I mean, that would be my backup move. If you're gonna sit here and take what I love to do and fucking stranglehold me with it, not allow me, basically suppress me in selling records, then I'm going to take whatever money I can get hold of and I'm going to buy what you set up to destroy my community. That's what I would do. So go buy CXW as a stock, y'all. And when you buy it, just hold on to it. Sit back, just hold on to it. And when enough of us, because if you're going to take and stranglehold hip hop into what you want it to be for the purposes of, misdirecting our growth as a community, then surely we should be able to buy that stock and keep you from doing that. And then we can direct the prison how we want to. And we can have a prison making the CDs. Now, I ain't saying prisoners need to be treated well, okay? But the ones who are in there by mistake, because I'm seeing a lot of stuff where people, it's the wrong, see, these wealthy people, they don't want to go to jail. Diddy can't handle it. Epstein couldn't handle it. He done faked his way completely out the situation. We still talk. He is the Phantom of the fucking Opera. Epstein is the Phantom of the fucking Opera. Do you hear me? So if they're going to take what we love and love to do and the thing we're using to get up out the neighborhood and use it against us, then go buy the fucking prison stock and own the prison as a community so that you can direct. This is my conclusion of how you take it and throw it right back at them. So you see how to stop now, honey. Okay? So this is the CXW stock. Today it's trading at $2.91 per share. Okay? That is $2.91. Let's see where this is, because I'm not sure what site this is on. And I got some things coming in, y'all, so I'm not sure when that's due. If I get interrupted, I apologize. This is what it's called. This prison thing that they were talking about is called CoreCivic Incorporated. On the New York Stock Exchange, it's trading at Its ticker symbol is CXW. So when you go and you look for your stocks on whatever platform you choose to invest with, you look for CXW. You'll see that this is $20, and the reason why you're only buying one piece is because when you're at work and they're telling you to invest, they're giving you pieces of a share. It's like they're taking a dollar bill, cutting it down into a literal dollar bill into thousands and giving you a piece. That will never gonna have a whole dollar. So you will never have a controlling influence in whatever company that you think you're investing in with your job. But if us as a community, even if just the hip hop heads, okay, take and invest in this company. This is the company that Ice Cube and them was talking about, that meeting was about, that the record labels own. Okay, they own the prison. This is the company ticker symbol of that company. Go buy it. When you get $20.90, go buy it. It will take you no more than $10 to buy it. So when you go get a free $30, go buy one share. And then holler back. Make a video. Do something. Because we going to know when we got a controlling interest, because they're going to start complaining. Okay? This is the company that Jay-Z was involved with, The Block. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's who the PayPal and all that is. They trading at $77.02. Okay? Now let's go look at this. We're going to go look at this CXW a little bit more closely if we can. Yahoo Finance will do just fine. So this is the company that all the hip hop heads got approached about. This is the one that they was forming, buying the prison. Meaning they made all the hip hop artists direct their music towards guns and violence so that they could direct the urban community and the hip hoppers, because they felt like hip hop was too positive. They could direct the community into something that would land them in prison. And then they decided to make the prison. Well, I'm telling you to go buy the prison. Go buy the prison. I don't understand why the hip hoppers didn't go take their $20.91, because at that point, way back then, it was probably $2.09 a share. Now it's $20 a share. Go buy the prison. It's called the American Buyback. Go buy the prison. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope that you understand what I'm saying, and I'm going to leave it right there. If you want to check this video out over here, because, honey, I would love to continue to sit here and show you my reaction, but I couldn't believe what I had already seen. I really couldn't believe it. So, there's that. All right, well, I thank everybody for taking a listen. I really do appreciate you. And what is going on here? Oh, Yahoo Finance is trying to talk to me. I'm out, y'all. I don't know what it was for me. But y'all have a great night. Thank you for checking my video out. I missed you. I ain't have nobody to tell all these things to while y'all was gone. So I guess we won't be trying to review anymore. I was trying to review. Let me tell you why I was trying to review the award show, because I've seen such a difference now that man is locked away, and I want to see who else is coming up to the surface, and that's what I was reporting on. Like, and with some people that never got awards, they was like, Busta Rhymes was like, the next time y'all take 35 years to give me an award. I'm like, okay, Busta Bus, okay. But I thank y'all for taking a listen. I appreciate y'all. And yeah, if you want to send me a prayer rug or any other holy books, any incense, I'm accepting incense and candles, prayer rugs, and holy books, baby. Because we're going to have to pray hard on this one. I cannot believe people are even, I can't believe the idea that you're going to do this and then make a song about it. I heard also that he released a song, album, and it's 15 songs. The girl would have been 15. Like it's crazy. It's crazy work for real. All right, y'all. Peace and one love.